Welcome back to the Subaru Calgary Rocky Mountain Rally here on TSN. Vic Rutter along with Paul Chater, and just no relief from Mother Nature. Snow, rain, everything in between. That's the order of the day, and we're halfway, and the teams are coming in for their first and only service of the rally. And tension, well, it's at a maximum as Richard's hold on the lead is tenuous.
Well, I'm having a great battle with Antoine. We're leading the event, and that's what we planned for, and we're really happy about that. But it is very challenging, and even if we back off, it's extremely difficult just to stay on the road. On the stage, we got quite a bit of snow. It's actually 8 inches deep, and we're not punching through the snow to the gravel surface, so it's really survival. I mean, we got to hang on but not lose too much time. We've only got a 8 or 9 second lead, and concentration's at its maximum, and we're just hanging on.
And for a true racer such as Lestage, second place isn't good enough.
Well, that guy with the blue car caused me trouble. I need to catch him now, so that's why I start to have gray hair too. So he's been put up some very good stage times. So it's just that we know that at the beginning of the stage going in, it's gravel, so we try to attack as much as possible. And when we get to the snowy, more tricky part, we try to be a little bit careful, because as soon as you get out of the tracks, you get into the loose, heavy snow, it's very hard. Hopefully I can make up some time now.
And contrary to his usual mode of attack, Crazy Leo is playing it cool, and it's paying off.
Yes, the conditions are deplorable. We're managing okay, because we were closer to Pat and Antoine than we were kind of planning today. So far everything looks good. We know exactly what to do for the next stages, what tires to use, what suspension, what diff settings. Now we're ready to get back out there and finish the event.
Exactly. You finish and the points will follow. Now on the stages, Paul, the teams are starting the last loop of the mountain road before heading to the even muddier jumping pound. They are the spectator stages. Subaru Rally Team Canada is in the lead.
Here we can see at the base of the hill, it's still mostly muddy. The Yokohama AO31 mud tires are still the ticket here, and that's not going to change when they get to the spectator loop. The rain continues to pour down here, and that's actually causing some washouts here and there. The conditions continue to be very dangerous.
And, Paul, they can't afford to take any risks. Remember now, they trail Lestage by 10 points in the championship. They need every point they can get. If they finish strongly today, it will give them a shot at winning the Fiddler.
Or make mistakes, and the Rockstar team isn't immune. Antoine Lestage had one of his worst crashes here at the Rocky Mountain Rally, and that was in relatively clear conditions. That was back in his days in the Hyundai. His current car is a far more capable weapon with more power, but while he's on equal footing with Patrick Richard, it also means that should he make a mistake, the consequences could be even bigger.
And here comes Crazy Erlichich. And you know what? Despite the fact that it's their first event, you've got to say that he and co-driver Martin Brady have quickly fallen into a nice, smooth rhythm. The Irish police officer made a couple of adjustments to the pace notes, and it seems to be working. Also, he's reined in Leo's aggressiveness. And I'm betting that Can Jam has no regrets about bringing him across the Atlantic.
There's also a pretty good two-wheel drive field here today. 2010 two-wheel drive champions, the Zedro brothers, looked ready to sweep the competition, but they ended up in a ditch early on, ending their event. John Monroe's 72 Corolla would let him down on stage 5, ending his attack in the rear-wheel drive classic.
72 Corolla. Now, in the end, Jeremy Foster and Chris Kramer will pedal their Mark II Golf GTI to third place in the two-wheel drive class. Zibi Chevchek, driving a heavily modified front-wheel drive Lancer, will bring it home in second, while former two-wheel drive champion Eric Grachowski rejoined the championship after a 2-year hiatus to win the class in his Mark III GTI. Meanwhile, back at the front, the battle between Antoine Lestage and Patrick Richard is getting even hotter.
The snow is beginning to clear a bit from the top end of the stage, allowing the mud tires to dig into the wet gravel base. The Rockstar Royal Group team found some extra speed on stage 5, winning the stage by 4.5 seconds, nearly cutting the gap to Subaru Rally Team Canada in half. Richard and Janilla retaliated on stage 6, winning the stage by 4.8 seconds.
So neither team is walking away with this one before it's over. We have 3 stages to go, and it's too close to call between Richard and Lestage. Leo solidly in third. Schmidtke is closed within a half a second of Haywood in the battle for fourth. Any mistakes now? Critical.
Yeah, well, there's a big water trap in there, and we thought it was 2 corners later than it actually was, so I went into that corner full speed and bounced back on the road, but we lost quite a bit of time because the back wheels were rubbing.
We're back at the Subaru Calgary Rocky Mountain Rally, and after non-stop rain and snow, we've forgotten what the sunshine looks like, Paul, and I'm sure the Canadian Rally Championship on TSN is brought to you by Subaru, Think, Feel, Drive, Subaru, and by Yokohama Tires. Now, you've got control. So having left the mountain ridge behind them and the teams lining up now for 3 passes through the Jumping Pound Forest demonstration loop, it's 4K, it's fast, it's flowing, a perfect setting for a showdown between Richard and Lestage. Remember now, Richard leads by 8.9.
The times are going to be really, really close. Both Richard and Lestage enjoy technical stages like this, but Lestage has to pull 3 seconds per stage to beat Richard.
So the first split, Lestage sets the time to beat, 23-1. Now it's Richard on the line.
Richard has often said that battling for the win on even footing is much better than running away with an easy victory. He and co-driver Leanne Janilla are going to have to work for every second.
And he is still running on mud tires.
If anything, the Yokohama mud tires make even more sense here than up in the mountains.
First split, 23-1 to beat, and Richard trips at 23-7, 0.6 of a second behind Lestage. Crazy Leo now on the line to start the loop.
With no snow in the Jumping Pound stage, Leo should be able to ratchet up the speed a bit, but not too much. He needs to keep the podium in mind. Pushing too hard now could be disastrous.
But we always expect him to have a little fun. Coming up to the split, Leo clocks 24-5, 1-4 behind the lead, 0.7 behind Richard. Man, it's close. Back to Lestage, now a third of the way into the stage, still on maximum attack. Can he somehow find 3 or 4 seconds that he needs?
Can he find 3 seconds? Maybe. The real question is, can he maintain that sort of pace without crashing? Lestage is in it for the whole season. He needs points today.
Second split, Lestage, 104.2. Unbelievable. Look at the washout.
Yeah, it hit that too fast, and the car becomes a water skier without any ability to turn.
All right, now with Richard down by 0.7 on the last split, but still leading by over 8.
Without the snow to deal with, Richard knows that Lestage is pressing hard and has to stay at the top of his game.
All right, second split, here we go. What are we looking for? 104.7, only a half second behind. So Richard off the road. Oh my goodness, he's hit something.
He's only got minutes before he has to run the stage again, and that isn't good.
Yeah, well, there's a big water trap in there, and we thought it was 2 corners later than it actually was, so I went into that corner full speed, and we just hit a huge 50-meter long water puddle and hydroplaned right way off the road, and I don't know what we hit. I think it was some sort of tree or a post or something. Bounced back on the road, but we lost quite a bit of time because the back wheels were rubbing. But tight battle still, so hopefully it's good to go.
Back out on the stages, Warren Haywood kept it T-Win, while Hardy Schmidtke and John Hall managed to squeak past Haywood in the end to collect 4th place points.
And Paul, look at this. Crazy Leo has kept it between the ditches right to the end. 3rd place and his first national podium of the season. While Lestage took almost 5 seconds on Richard because of the crash. Richard's car, we know, is wounded. Will this be enough for the Rockstar team to win? And on the last stage now, the 2 teams are separated by less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, we were leading by 1.7 coming into the last stage. I did a few mistakes. I was not as quick as the time before, but it's been a great battle, and whoever wins, Pat drove very well today, and I hope I did.
The damage and subsequent handling issues kept Richard from hitting the pace he needed to keep Lestage at bay.
He clocks in to finish 5.3 seconds behind.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It was a tight battle, and congratulations to Antoine for a hard-fought rally. Hey man, that's rally, and it's good to know that we're back on the pace, so it should be a good season.
It is one of the closest finishes in the history of the Rocky Mountain Rally. Lestage wins by 5.3 seconds after an entire day of racing. Crazy Leo on the podium for the first time this season. So Lestage extends his lead in the Fiddler Cup race. Richard is now 2nd, and look at Leo, just a couple of points out of 3rd. Almost everyone makes it to the finish despite the horrible conditions.
Oh yeah, it's one of my greatest victory, I would say. It was very intense, and to battle like that until the last meter of the last stage of the rally, it's awesome. And yeah, I was very happy, and now we're going to Bay, a rally that I really like. That was not very good to me last year, but hopefully this year I'll be able to do it with my car and have a good run there. It's a rally that I really like, and looking forward to go there.
And second place keeps Richard in the hunt.
Oh, it was a really difficult event. I mean, Mother Nature was not kind to us. We got a lot of snow out on the stages, and we led the rally from the beginning up until the second to last stage. So it was a great battle we had with Antoine. We were trading seconds here and there. We started the last stage 1 second apart. Unfortunately, we got the short end of the stick there, and he took the victory, but bodes well for the championship. Leanne did a fantastic job. Our new partnership's working well. I can't wait for the next event, and it's going to be a great season.
And the new partnership between Crazy Leo and Martin Brady has already paid dividends.
Yes, indeed. Third place, tough conditions, short rally, but we kept on the road thanks to Martin and thanks to peer pressure from my team.
Yeah, it's not a bad result for my first visit to Canada. I'm very proud and very happy with it, but it has to be said, it's thanks to this guy here.
We're going to go hard at Bay again. We're going to probably crash again or set some very good times.
And that's when the teams will face off again. Canada Day, July 1st, the legendary Rally Bay de Chaleur. Thank you for joining us, the Canadian Rally Championship on Canada's sports leader, TSN.